Hi guys. According to timeanddate.com, it is 28 minutes past 8 p.m. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of October 2025. You're listening to Dearest Diamond, a Diamond's memoir. My name is Diamond, and as usual, you're welcome. But before we scream, we need to get to that part. You know, we always like, you're welcome. We have a guest, guys. We have a beautiful woman. I don't know, like Zuleiha is one of the sexiest women I know, but
Wow.
it's true. I like in a very, you embody it. It's not really about
I'm taking it.
know.
I'll take it. I'm taking
I
it. Sounds
trust
wrong.
you. And she's a good friend. I like to think she's a sister as well. I'll let her introduce herself, but before we get there, guys, Zuleiha rather, let's say the welcome together. Let's welcome everyone in, welcome them to a good time, a beautiful time, and so. Do you know how we do it? Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Guys, we have Zuleiha. Introduce yourself, baby.
Okay. My name is Zuleiha Yusuf.
Okay.
I'm a writer, a poet,
Okay.
an author, a sister, a friend. I'm a
that.
lover of art, and I coined myself the weaver of words. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm here with Diamond.
That's good.
You have such a it's actually not a peculiar name, but it's such a nice name to have.
Thank you.
Diamond of the season.
I agree with you. Yeah. When I tell people my name, it makes them smile. So they're like, oh, your name is, I'm like, yeah. So that's why I'm like, my guests are Dearest Diamonds. They're my diamonds. They're as expensive. So, you know,
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
sure.
like to think of myself as expensive.
I like that. I know. We'll get there. Thank you for, you know, gracing the podcast and, you know, gracing us with your presence. I love your work. I want to start from there. But before we go into that, I know you asked me where the wine was, so let's drink wine.
Yes, please. I'd love to drink some wine.
Before we drink wine, we always say something that we are, you know, just thankful for. Just something within reach, something in the past day, in the past week that you've been like just super, super grateful for. So we will usually drink to that. So
absolutely. So do I come get some wine?
No, don't worry. I got you.
Okay.
We got you. I'm going to pour you a drink. And
wow,
then...
I sounded so eager.
It's allowed. Okay. It's part of it. Okay.
I wish that.
Yeah, I'm listening. So you tell me.
So I have to say, I thought we were going to cheers and stuff. Okay, so what I'm thankful for in recent times, first is the joy of a friendship that has, for a specific friendship, something has happened recently, and I'm very thankful for my ability to keep friends for like long periods of time. I'm grateful for that, for my capacity to be able to do that.
Okay.
And also grateful to not have to step out of my home to work. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people have to. Thank you, love. But yeah, those are the two things in very recent times that I'm grateful for. I'm typically a thankful person. So
I like that.
How about you?
I like that so much. Like that ability to maintain relationships. I pride myself also in being someone that does that. So I really, really connect with that. And yeah, congratulations on your friendship that, you know, has played out beautifully. I think human relationship is the best thing that we've got going for us as human beings. So
agreed.
Yeah, what I'm most grateful for, what do I want to cheers to today? Today I want to just drink wine to peace and quiet. To peace and quiet. Yes, as much as life is lifing, the bills they don't stop, you know.
Can we talk about what we're not happy about, because there's like a long list, but yeah.
But no. Outside of all of those, there's a peace and quiet I seem to be experiencing that I really am very grateful for in this time. So yeah, cheers to that, baby. Cheers to life.
Cheers to being gorgeous in that red dress,
and sexy and all.
The wine is delicious.
It's called Dolciando. It's an Italian red wine.
Oh my God, I love it so much. And I like that it's sweet.
Yeah, actually, this is not too sweet. I like it. Sure.
You're drinking red wine, you're wearing a red dress, and there's red on my book right there, and there's red on my
Guys,
stuff.
have you read this book? See, I don't know. I am a lover of artists. Perhaps because I feel like I don't have an artistic bone.
That's a lie.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree, but it's just it's a thing I feel. And honestly, when I see people who actually, put out whatever that means, either like you sing, you paint, you write, like it blesses my soul. So I loved your book, but there's of course works that people don't like. Well, I've had works that I don't like, but I love this, and I mean that super, honestly, like not because you're my friend. I think you did an amazing job.
I appreciate it.
So tell me, when did you first know that you were into words, you could write, all of that?
Oh, honestly, since I was a kid, I mean, to be honest, the first memory that I had was just being a little girl in Lagos, just not playing with kids, just liking my books. And I remember one day visiting the neighbor's house, and they had gotten this big TV, and on it was Samsung that was written. And I remember just looking at the words, because I'd never seen that TV before, and I'd never seen the word Samsung. So I remember whispering it out, like, sounding it out, because I was taught in a Montessori school, so it's much more phonetics. And I remember sounding it out, and I was so happy, like it's Samsung. And everybody was just like, how did you know to pronounce it? I mean, it's not that, like, it's not rocket science. But, but that's one of my first memories of just knowing I love words. And of course, then I started sneaking in to read my uncle's books, and like, of course, the all kinds of books, all kinds of novels, all kinds of, I want to say hints. Does anybody know about hints? Do you know what that is? It's like a magazine that my uncle used to have. Okay, well, there's that. There's novels, and my mom also used to buy me those like Super Striker stuff. It's like I was just into books for forever, and I always wanted to write. I always wanted to publish a book, and now I'm very grateful that I have.
That's super great.
I wanted to write stories, but I also really like poems. And so I just dabbled into that, but eventually I might write a book. Like,
why not?
Like, why
not? There's so much life, baby girl. Why not? You can do as many things as you want to do. But apparently, us Montessori kids we like books. I remember like just relating to the first word thing. My dad, when I was in like nursery, I remember it being nursery 2 or maybe primary 1. He was like, "Oh, we should pronounce the word." Now I know it well, psychology, because he was going to give us money or something. I think it was 500 naira at a time. Obviously, huge money at that time, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember saying psychology or whatever. I couldn't pronounce it because I didn't get the PSY. But yeah, it was psychology at the end. That's my own first memory. And then over time, I would always have like best in reading, like in the class and stuff. I liked books and stuff. So, but yeah, I can relate to that. And you see, I didn't know we had all those Montessori things in common.
Yeah, a lot of people ask like, "Oh, why do you sound like that?" I'm like, I don't understand.
Exactly. We taught phonetics.
Like you have to sound out the words.
Yes.
And also, did you used to see the words where it'd be written and then they'd show you the phonetics bit, so you actually had to learn to pronounce those instead of the actual words.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I 100% get it.
But yeah, twins. I like it. Know that.
Okay. So no, absolutely. There's something in your book that I want you to read for us if you are comfortable with that.
Absolutely.
So before you get there, one of the few words when I opened it that caught me is the way your thanks, like my thanks to Halimatu Sadiat Ukeji. I am here because you came. My thanks to Angela Ahmed. I am here because you stayed. I find that I don't know. It has a lot of meaning, and yet I don't know what it means.
I feel like that's the entirety of my book. Like, it has a lot of meaning, but a lot of people might not know exactly. That's specifically Halimatu Sadia is my biological mom. She's actually late. And Angela Ahmed is my earthly mom. She's the one who's like taking care of me in my time on earth. So yeah,
amazing.
Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. Don't do that to me.
See, I think this is going to be one of those episodes, but let's see. We'll try. Okay. Guys, sorry, I didn't tell you guys the name of this book. It's called Wretched, Race to Be Alive. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. It's a poetry collection by Zuleiha, and I don't know. I think it's a great book. You should go get it. It's on Amazon for
Yeah.
I think $17. That was how much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$16. Yeah.
And today she's going to sign mine. We're going to get that on camera.
Of
Because
course.
yeah, why the fuck not? I know
Why
an
the fuck
author.
not? Oh, we can cuss. I'm so happy we can cuss. I didn't know we could cuss. Oh,
Oh well, I forget. So please feel free.
okay. Yeah. So that's what the opening is for. I want
Yeah.
to know which are you going to get there? I was going to
Yeah,
ask
I
which
want
you
you to
really
read
liked.
Zuleiha and Yusuf.
No, no. If you make me read that, I'm going to be mad all over at someone here.
I promise you, I won't make you explain it.
You promised me you wouldn't want.
I wouldn't make you talk about it if you don't want to.
No,
like,
I don't mind.
oh, amazing. Okay.
And I absolutely love it because my first name is Zuleiha and my last name is
exactly. Like that's what piques my curiosity.
Do you know, should I tell you the background of that writing?
You want to tell me before you read it?
Okay, let's read
Okay,
it
sure.
first.
It's up to you. Whichever way you want to go, I appreciate it.
Actually, I think I should read it first.
Okay.
The story of Yusuf and I is a secret kept under my mind. Only trust brings it to my lips, yearning always in my heart. Yusuf, my tormentor. If I knew the smell of a servant would bring my senses to mayhem, I would never let such a my employ. I would ensure, ban, and beg for mercy from it. Maddened by restraint, conjured to mask my utter fall when that smell, like fire rotten with aliens being cleansed of their uselessness, blended with the cinnamon that remains after your rounds in the kitchen turned into a scent. The scent of you, causing euphony, unsteadying me. Yusuf, my lover. Not yet. Soon. When you realize I am the medium to your feeling everlasting want. You will be bound to me like sun is to mornings by the seaside. Sun and sea in routine conversation telling each other of the lover waiting for Zuleiha. A testament of God's love is what they say as they wait for you to find your way to my desperate enclave where my claws anticipate your embrace and your leave never finds fate. Yusuf, my victim, how dare you refuse me with truths of morality? I who would send my ward to war for you, betray my king and forsake my husband for a mere kiss from you. I who would wash your feet and beg forgiveness from you, fight a ghost if it brought you discomfort, beg for youth to have you. I who would willingly share you, sinned by merely looking at you. I who would lie because you forced my hand, Yusuf. Prison is a better home for you than not being mine. Should I stop there?
I think that's a very that's so perfect. But yeah, I don't know. It's how your words say so many things, and then it leaves the reader guessing. It leaves them perplexed. It's like, oh, but I like all the emotions. For me, at least, that's what I felt. But
so the story of Zuleiha and Yusuf is actually a Quranic story, and it's actually it's a Abrahamic story. It's also in the Bible. It's about Joseph and Potiphar's wife, the one who seduced Joseph and like lied that he was the one who tried to rape her, and he was thrown into the prison, and then he had that dream, right? So on the Quranic side, you know, I believe in the Bible. I don't think they actually gave the woman a name. I'm not certain that happened. It was just they just referred to her as Potiphar's wife, right? But on the Quranic side, it's a whole story. So Zuleiha is I forget his name because I'm not very religious.
Joseph?
Yeah. No, well, Zuleiha was his master's wife.
yeah,
And she fell in love with Yusuf because Yusuf was her husband's servant. And he started off as a servant, but then he rose in the ranks and he became somebody who she admired because he loved God and he was just somebody who was controlling things, you know. So she was thirsty as fuck. And she wanted it so bad. So one day she sent every one of the staff in the palace or whatever, told everyone to go out, and there were multiple doors where she locked all the doors, and she told Yusuf like, yo, I have to see
today
it.
or nothing or no other day.
She's like, I have to see it. And of course he refused her and she was upset. But also in the Quran, like Joseph is such a beautiful man that when women looked at him, they were literally cutting. They were cutting a fruit, and when he walked past, like they forgot themselves and they were slicing their hands.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how like he was that sexy. Sorry to be sexy.
Please.
So I wanted to, because a lot of people listen to that story and they think of it like Zuleiha is a seductress or like a terrible woman, and I wanted to capture the emotion of someone who is in lust. Yes, like lust is an emotion that we all feel, and everybody villainizes it, but it is a norm. Now, of course, we don't have to fall victim to it. We don't have to surrender to it, but it is a mirror into someone's life. It's two parts. It's telling you that on one side you're a human being, this is something that could happen to you, and then on the other side it's teaching you about the discipline of Yusuf, who doesn't succumb, even though that's his master's wife. Like literally 7 doors were locked. Like, and of course,
How many men?
Yeah,
Yusuf is an example of not all men.
exactly, because like imagine your madame is like, she's definitely fine as hell. Like she's the Oga's wife, and she was also beautiful.
Yeah,
I said Oga's wife. Of
course.
And she was also beautiful. Imagine the taboo like of just sleeping with your master's wife,
master's servant, or your husband's servant,
yeah. So I mean, that's what the story was about, and also it's a testament of God's love, because there's a part of the story that says even afterwards Zuleiha got with Yusuf, but even if Zuleiha didn't get with Yusuf, eventually, like, she prayed for Yusuf so she could have Yusuf in the future.
I see.
And she begged Yusuf's forgiveness. But even if they didn't get together, I don't know what the story is. There's so many lores. I really, really love that story, because Zuleiha is my name, Yusuf is my last name, and also, like, I'm a woman who, like, can sometimes succumb to lust, and it teaches me to not, surrender to lust, but I'm normal for being lustful.
Of course.
Sometimes.
One of the things I really admire about you is how you've accepted your I don't know if your sensuality.
Yeah.
It's not sexual. Yes, you've embodied it, you've accepted it, and we'll talk about that. But like, I wanted us to do a play. Like, there's a part of it. There's a part of it that's like a whole play thing, and I was like, oh, I liked that part. It's the savant one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like savant too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh.
I'm so glad I brought this.
Okay, so I think I will read the prior to that, and then like Savant Behemoth, I think, is the way it says. It's like what do you call this? Like a dialogue, right?
Yeah,
like this is what you call this type, right? So it's like the scrawny savant cowered in the shadows, and I'm sure I wouldn't read it the way you read it.
I want to hear you read it so bad.
Fearing the behemoth, he was forced to watch grow. No words had passed between them, for behemoth towered in size, yet acted with a toddler's temper. One day, Savant was compelled to rear his wretched head from his hole, to the glee of Behemoth, who desperately needed talk. Then the dialogue starts.
Who do you
so
want
I
to
think
be?
I want to be Savant, so you
Okay.
be Behemoth.
All right. Who are you?
Innocence. And you?
Behemoth, why have you come?
I have always been here, just rarely called. I have been summoned.
By who?
Ablutions, goodness, and charity.
Then why do you look so hungry?
Because the world neglects to feed me, unlike you, Behemoth.
The ablutions, goodness, and charity aren't enough to sustain your scrawny frame.
I suppose there's a flaw in the system. Much thoughts, ablutions, goodness, and charity are required to sustain me. But you are lucky, Behemoth. The mere workings of the world feed you.
Are you not merely an accessory for the freshly born savant, naive to think you can endure notwithstanding my seasoning?
I understand the necessity of you. I have studied you from my wretched corner and believed you possessed no bright streak. But here we are, talking.
I could put a foot atop you and be done with it.
I fear I'm defenseless against that.
I kid. Talking is doing me a world of good.
Likewise, we are created to exist as a team. The woes of the world lead to sinfulness. To sustain innocence is to be rid of worry. I must acknowledge your needs as you acknowledge mine.
Sounds savant.
I like it. No. See, one of the things I love about your book is how it's like, see, we went from Zuleiha Yusuf, such a beauty, to this. Like, I like all the different ways that you gave us. Like,
Oh my
you gave
gosh,
us
damn,
good.
this is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you liked
Sure.
it. Like,
No, I did.
I mean, so sometimes like marketing and pushing the book out, like letting people know, oh, just go get my book. It's kind of like almost cringe. Like, I can't force you to like what I like, but just go read it and see. But it's still kind of, I don't know. I have to be more like I'm confident in my work. I think I can do better, but it's nice to see someone who actually feels it, because I like that you enjoyed Savant and Behemoth, because it's not something I showed it to someone, a couple people, and they're just like, but you got it, like, then that's great, because a lot of people don't get some of the things, and I think I'm speaking very plain English. Like, I tried my hardest to not speak too much grammar in my first book, so that it's like it's assimilated easily. But so many people are just like, oh, like, yeah. So I'm happy, but it does make sense that you get it because you're Diamond.
Okay, there's that.
There's that,
but,
yeah.
But I do think so. Just listen to what you said. Apparently, like, people say, oh, you should bring a product that is fitting to the market. But maybe sometimes you should just produce something that you like.
Absolutely.
Something that makes sense to you, and those who will get it will get it.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
And somebody can buy this, and maybe just that one thing they might just not get it. There's parts of this that I might have still been like, but,
like, what's happening?
yeah. But overall, no, I loved it.
No,
loved
thank
it.
you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. One of the things I was going to say is like, ask you rather is like, oh, when did you first know you wanted to write a book? But you said you've always known. So
I've always known.
That's actually something. So outside of writing a book, what other things have you known you wanted to do?
I've just always known, like, I have more of a creative bone, and I don't know why my parents threw me into science, but that's okay. That's cool.
Oh, okay. So you did sciences in secondary school?
Yeah, I studied computer
That's like high school,
engineering.
right?
Yeah, high school it was science. Did computer engineering. Did IT business analysis for my second degree.
Mad.
And I've always just worked in tech, software projects management and stuff, but no matter how much I dabbled into the corporate, I'm always going to come back to my baby, because yes, I just love it. I enjoy words. Like, why the hell not?
That makes so much sense. Do you find yourself struggling with all the many things you could be?
Babe.
You know why? I see this tech and writing thing you said. I understand it 100%. I did sciences, everything, but I've always loved the idea of art. Like, even though the only thing I felt like I could do was like read and maybe write and speak. But yeah, outside of that, like every other thing.
We have a mutual friend, and she literally said we're so similar because we have these, supposedly made out paths for us, but we keep coming back to the thing that we love. And I just feel like, initially there is a thing of, oh, let's make it all about, the thing that you love, which is writing or speaking, all of that. But I think people can also be multifaceted. The corporate path has given me a shit ton of monies, which is necessary, because I do like, because we've established that we're expensive. We've established that, so I mean, maybe it wasn't all too bad to go that route. Although, to be honest, sometimes I was just like, I wonder what it would have been like if I dived straight into arts from when I was a kid. But it's okay. There's no time for regrets. We just keep pushing. As long as we give time to what we love, right?
You're right. No, you're right. I think also that the way things went in that way, it was good. It's for the best. There are certain things that if you see wouldn't have played out if we followed our passion instead of, so yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like talking too much. It's like with this, you're talking too much. Like, if I had to market this and I had to make this my sole source of survival, like, that's a lot of facing people that I'm not really sure that I like to do.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So let me read something that felt like you were speaking for me.
Please. Okay.
Last night, I ached for you. I ached to tell you of the occupation you have taken upon yourself residing in my mind, uninvited, undeterred. I ached for an anchor of the art we created when we dipped our battered selves in a love pool and emerged deranged fools. Last night, I ached for you. Yearned for your promise of doom, clipped my skin to distract myself from letting the disease of you loom. A mere discomfort for what is pain if it isn't the absence of you. Wasn't it beautiful how our lost was adorned with love, yet our love existed independent of lust? Wasn't it criminal how your presence was a liquid bending fiend, bringing my blood to steal? Wasn't I everything I swore to earth and beyond I'll be? Aren't you wicked for loving and leaving me?
He's wicked.
Fucking
He's
wicked.
very wicked. A
Fucking-
terrible fucker. terrible
that
person.
One. I like that one. That one was like,
Oh my god.
a little too real. But
That's all they know how to do. So I have to put it in the book. Yeah, yeah. Even there's one about acid too. One of my cousins was going through a heartbreak, and she just said when she opened the book and she opened it, she just saw acid. The acid. She said she just closed it because she said it's too real. She can't deal.
But yeah. Okay. So you have a whole chapter called Womanhood. Tell me about that.
So Womanhood. What did I write in Womanhood?
Oh, I can read one short.
let
And
me-
another thing I really like about your book, you have these little words that are not part of the poetry.
Mm-hmm.
They're just in between, and like they speak so much on their own. I like
Babe,
it.
I'm
not whining you.
I
Like
don't
I
think
need
you're
you to
whining
know that.
me.
Like
I'm
is
so glad you loved it. I'm so glad. Like also, womanhood is like the opening to just a couple things. And yeah, I mean, so what I was thinking when I segmented everything into different like roots about family and lust, love, lust, and then womanhood. Of course, like the past, I think in there I spoke about the losing your virginity bit, and then which is just like your flower always remains with you until you die, because of the way, you know, a lot of people want to look at women as something that expires. I could never subscribe to that thinking, and that's what womanhood was also like the experience of just being a woman, which is fun. It's daunting, it's fun, but it can break you. But at the end of the day, I don't think I'd be anything else.
No, I agree. You have eternal flower. One of those short ones I was singing, and the one in Womanhood, one of the first ones you wrote, Lord, come down and speak to me. Whisper your love that it thunders through my soul, morphing into rainbows, giving me the most high that I never come down from, until my soul makes its jolly way into eternally welcoming hands. That feels like
Yes,
I have arrived.
And it's a little prayer too. It's like a little prayer, because, you know, every time, so many times my friends, when they have birthdays, I'm just like, you know, happy birthday and everything, and I wish them good. And I'm just like, I also wish you that when you die, like your Lord accepts you, whether you're religious or not, whatever is most comforting during your time of death, which is whatever is most good during your time of death, because, you know, the whole hellfire and heaven, which I don't know if I really subscribe to, but as long as we are going the heaven path, then it's fine, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's what that was about too.
Okay. How did you develop this this sense of you're a Nigerian babe, you grew up in Nigeria. We know how we are taught to like humble yourself and, you know, hide that sensual part of you as a woman, because, you know, you don't want to attract the men. If not, it's your fault, blah blah blah. But then you've gone past that 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
To be honest, I'm just going to say the women in my family. Like I would say my mother, that's my biological, you know, I have a biological mother and an earthly mother. My biological mom was just someone who, whenever she entered a room, like her presence was just noticed. And she didn't have to do too much, which was obviously very beautiful. And then she died super early. But then we now have my earthly mom, who is, you know, also super beautiful, doesn't have to do too much. But then she's a super established, I was going to say bad bitch, but I don't want her to catch me and beat me up, you know.
But this is good to know that's how you feel about her.
No, I think she's amazing. I think she has taught me everything that I know. She whenever I'm crying to her about how life is hard and everything, because she's carried so much. She's carried so much for her to break and just be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Yes, she keeps on going with a grace that I just can't relate to. I'm not as good as her. I keep telling her that she's inherently good. Like it's something, she's good and she's sensual and she connects to her body and herself, and she's not one of those people who thinks you being like a woman and being confident. Let me just tell you the story. I remember, NYC runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after NYC, I was supposed to go someplace to, wow, I'm about to speak about nepotism and all that stuff. But my mom had connections and wanted me to go someplace to just submit my information or whatever. So when I get to the gate of this institution, and I'm by the gate and I knock and I'm just like, yo, I want to see so, and they're like, oh, do you have an appointment? And I was just like, just give me a second. And then I go and I call my mom. I'm like, yo, they're asking me if I have an appointment. She's like, go back there and say your name and say you want to see that person. You're my daughter. I was just like, okay. And then I went back. I'm like, yes, I have an appointment. I'm seeing this person. And I stood tall. And that's literally, that's how I carry myself the entirety of my life, because she just tells, she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing feeling small? Like, be secure in yourself. You make space for other people, but just be secure in yourself. Like, there's no time for all of that.
I like that.
So definitely the women in my lives, we don't have time. We just don't have time for anything other than that.
I love women.
I love women so much. And I know you love women because
you know.
I know you love women. I know you love women. Some people say I love women, but it's not as deep as some other people. But I know you love women.
Okay.
But like, I understand what you mean. And I really love women. And I would come back to this world as a woman.
100.
1,000%.
So I think from here we should go into 10 things we're grateful for, as always. So yes, in the beginning we say what we want to, be cheers to and all that. But there's also just a segment I like to leave for, like, a whole gratitude, and we'll do a speed 10 things we're grateful for. But I will start just from what we're talking about now. I'm grateful for all the women in my life, my mothers, I'm grateful for mothers, grateful for women, just grateful for girlfriends and sisters, and all the packages that they come in.
Absolutely. I'm grateful for red wine.
Ooh. I am grateful for your presence. I'm grateful to have you here. Yeah.
I'm grateful for that red dress you're wearing. You look delectable. I love it.
Thank you. I am grateful for everyone who's watching, everyone. This is my 10th episode since I started doing the video episodes. Ooh. And so I am grateful for everyone who has watched 1, 2, whatever amount of episodes. Grateful for you.
I love that. I am grateful for the people who are helping to ensure these episodes are put out. They're right there. Even though some people don't want to put out minds, but yeah, I'm still so grateful.
She's understood.
We're so grateful for them. Yes. Okay.
Finally, I'll say I'm grateful for friends. It was Thanksgiving just yesterday, and yesterday, right? No.
On
Monday, the other day, and I had a Friendsgiving, and I'm grateful for that presence. It was healing, so I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, overall, definitely grateful to be alive, because even though I make dark jokes about, myself, I'm so sorry, I don't know if you should put that out there, but because life can be so flipping tiring, I low-key live for days like this is amazing. I'm happy to be here. So this is definitely a high point in my week, my month. Yeah, I'm grateful to be alive because I get to experience it. I get to do this, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you will tell us, where can we find you? Where is Zuleiha?
So just follow me on Art of Zuleiha. I know my name. I really think my name is simple, but apparently not. So I'm just going to spell it out. Zuleiha. So Art of Zuleiha, so ARTOFZULEIHA, and my books are available on Amazon. Working on getting it to Nigeria, but that's pretty much it. Amazon, UK, everywhere you can get
Okay,
it.
that's
All
cool.
good.
That's cool. I love that. So, what is the thing that you say to yourself? Leave us with an affirmation. Leave us with something to go into
Oh, this is interesting because I'm
life with.
actually not super religious, but I have family who are Muslims and Catholics and Christians. So I just take things that are good for me because I think words are spells. If you see from the back of my book, I think words are spells. So literally almost every day, I say, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You make me to lie down in green pastures. You lead me beside still waters. You restore my soul." Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of, like,
Nothing
like,
do me.
even though I shall fear no evil because you're with me, your rod and your staff, you comfort me. You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
Surely.
Surely, goodness and mercies will follow me all the days of my
Every
life,
fucking day.
and I'll dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen.
On God.
It's a very comforting prayer. Like, I think whether you're a believer or not, we have all of these things so we can take from them and just make a cocktail for what works for you. And also our Lord's Prayer, which is my Father, so those are things I say to myself every day, or like, because I want to be a shepherd that is being led, and that I know is taken care of at all times. Like, I want to stay in that, I want to stay in that delulu. So I use it
That's how to live, though.
yeah, I need to. If not, I'm not even. Yeah,
That's how we
so
live.
that's pretty much what I do every day that I
love
think
it.
people should try.
Thank you for your presence.
Thank you
for
so
your
much
time.
for inviting me.
This was really good. You know how, like, I don't pre-plan. I just want to have a
Yeah.
conversation, and we're friends, but like, I feel like a little deeper.
Yeah, like, honestly, this
I know
is
a
so
little,
nice.
like, I know you went to Montessori, a couple more things. So thank you, thank you,
my mom
thank
is
you.
late, so yeah. Why did I say it like that?
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Tell me what you liked about this episode in the comments. Leave me something. Subscribe, whatever you want to do.
No, not whatever. Like, subscribe to the channel,
Yes.
watch, like, and share it on Instagram. Share it to your friends. Share it on your stories. Do everything, and buy my book.
You heard that. All right.
Okay,
Cheers, baby.
cheers.
Bye.
That was fun.
This is good.